The greatest athletes, businessmen, entertainers, doctors, lawyers, many high-power professions have one thing in common. There will be some level of pressure. If you're an athlete, you could lose a game. If you're a businessman, you could lose $1 million deal. If you're a doctor, you could lose a life. How do you deal with the pressure of the consequences? There's 3 things you need to know. Without further ado, number 1, preparation. It's cliche, but take this to heart. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Let me share what pressure really means. Pressure is the feeling you have when the moment is so big and the consequence is so great that your heart rate speeds up, your palms are sweating, and you think more about the outcome than the task at hand. That defines a feeling, but let me keep it 100 with you. It's a lie. You're thinking about the consequences, not the task at hand. If you miss the shot, people are going to talk. But none of them are taking that shot. If you don't get the business deal, you know what? It's going to suck. But you keep pushing and you work toward another business deal. The only life and death consequences are, well, life and death consequences. Even in those situations, your job is to be prepared. What does that really mean? That means you do the work, not the bare minimum or just enough to get by. You have to do the work. For example, I spent hours working to come up with content. One of the things you'll notice is that my content has gotten stronger and my delivery's gotten better over time. I'm more and more prepared each time. I'm doing the work to get better. You'll also notice our production is always solid, and my producer is always preparing to get better and better with each and every episode. Here's the thing. There are no shortcuts to preparation. You have to put in full-fledged, 100% commitment to your craft. Check this out. Elon Musk isn't that dude because he just is. He takes the time to put in the work to understand how to build rockets for SpaceX because he couldn't buy rockets. So he had to figure out how to build them. It's that kind of commitment to essentially become a rocket scientist when you don't know anything about rockets. Lawyers are a great example of how important preparation is under pressure. Each case is essentially a life of its own. Not only do they have to be prepared, but they have to be prepared for something they've never experienced, as each set of circumstances are different. This could mean a major settlement for a client, or in a criminal case, it could mean jail time. Your diligence, your commitment, your hunger for knowledge and understanding will set you apart when it's time to deal with pressure because you're prepared. Number 2, you have to want it. Game on the line, need a touchdown to win. Patrick Mahomes wants the ball. Matthew Stafford, Peyton Manning, Tony Romo, they all want the ball. It doesn't mean they're going to be successful. That's beside the point. What matters is they want the ball with the game on the line. You have to want the opportunity. Billie Jean King was famously quoted, "Pressure is a privilege." But what does that really mean? That means that with pressure on a tennis court, you have the opportunity to do something special, something great. You have the chance to be like Serena and win 23 majors. But here's the thing, y'all. She also lost 10 majors. She wanted to be there. You have to want it more than your counterparts. If you want to be a C-suite level executive, you have to want to get to that part of the corporate ladder. Beyond being prepared, you have to show your company that you want the position. You want the pressure. You have to be ready for the position before the position is ready for you. You have to be thinking about letting people know what you want and that you're ready for the good and the bad that comes with the position. For example, I wanted to become a COO, and I shared that I wanted that position. If you want to be a partner in your law firm, make your presence and your desires known. If you want to open a real estate brokerage, a bowling alley, you want to run a marathon, or you want a record deal, whatever your desire is, you have to put yourself out there and say to people that matter that you want it and show them just as much as you tell them. Number 3, disconnect from the outcome. The hardest thing about dealing with pressure is typically not the pressure in the moment, it's the reaction of others to your outcome. Most pressure cooker moments feel that way because you're already thinking, what if I mess up? What will people think about me? People will see that I'm not good at this. You're already defeated before you deal with the opportunity in that moment. What happened for me is learning to disconnect from others' thoughts and opinions, put me in a mindset that when I'm in a situation, there is no pressure. Understand that. There's only the task at hand. I'm honest with myself. It could be incredibly important and it needs more focus than other situations, but still, it's just a task. When you really get down to it, all you can do is be your best, and your best has to be good enough. Most importantly, you have to be okay with giving all you have to give. When you're fully prepared, you know you're ready and you want the opportunity. You give all you have to give and you can be sure that you've done your best. At this point, there's one other thing to remember which will enhance your confidence in that moment. Number 4, the man in the arena. I've quoted Theodore Roosevelt's speech, Citizenship in the Republic, on the channel before. It has the famous quote, "The credit belongs to the man in the arena." I'm not going to share the entire quote here, but what's important when you think of pressure is that no one else is in your spot. No one wants that challenge. Most people shy away from the opportunity for fear of failure. Your ability to accept failure is your greatest strength. You have to know there's a chance you'll come up short, but you do it anyway. When you're in the arena, you've already won. You've conquered failure. What if you're a thumbnail artist, for example, and you really want to get your thumbnail to Mr. Beast or Marquez Brownlee? What do you have to lose? Reach out to them. You're already in the arena. The worst that can happen is they say no, or they give you a shot and it doesn't work out. What did you lose? You didn't lose anything. What if it does work out though? It could be life-changing. Is the pressure worth it? What if you want to date a woman you've wanted forever, but she put you in the friend zone? Talk about pressure. It's okay though. You're already in the arena. It might not be easy, but what happens if you say, I'm going to this couples only event and yo, I need a date. Not like a friend date either. I see how you look at me. So here's your one shot. What time can I pick you up? And a little banter never hurt either. So if she says no, it's cool. No harm, no foul. But what if she says yes? Potentially life-changing. Being the man in the arena who is daring greatly is the reason people will remember your name, because you took the challenge of the pressure rather than succumbing to the fear of failure. Pressure is a concept. It's not tangible. It lives in our head. If you want to accept pressure, accept responsibility. Once you accept responsibility, the outcome is almost irrelevant. You're prepared. You want the opportunity. You've disconnected from the outcome, and you're the one standing in the ring. It's now as simple as your execution. If I know how hard you've worked, how bad you want it, how much you're focused on the steps to complete the task, and not just the task itself, not just the outcome itself, I have confidence in you. More importantly, you should have confidence in yourself. The more repetitions you have under pressure, the better you'll become under pressure. And the word pressure itself becomes more irrelevant in your mind. It just becomes opportunities to do your absolute best and let the work speak for itself. When you can deal with pressure and become responsible for the work and the consequences, everyone in that moment will know that confidence and charisma are 100% your superpower.